Ever find yourself reacting way bigger than the moment calls for, snapping at your partner, shutting down, or spiraling into overthinking and later wondering, where did that come from? Yep, that's a trigger, and it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means something in you is asking for attention, for care, and for a little bit of healing. Hey, I'm Rose Viggiano, relationship coach, attachment specialist, and someone who used to live in a landmine field of emotional reactions. In this video, we're talking about why you keep getting triggered and how to change it. So what is a trigger really? Let's start with the basics. A trigger is when something in the present lights up something unresolved from your past. It's usually not about what's happening right now. It's about what it feels like is happening. You're not just upset about the tone your partner used. Your nervous system thinks you're about to be injured in some way you have already experienced. Rejected, abandoned, controlled, shamed. And now, even years later, your body remembers the danger. Your brain kicks into protection mode, the amygdala fires, your thinking brain shuts down, and suddenly you're whisked into fight, flight, freeze, or fix. That's not a flaw, that's your nervous system doing what it was designed to do. So as I mentioned, triggers aren't bad, and they are invitations. They're cues to pause and care for what needs to be healed. But if you don't recognize them for what they are, you'll keep reacting the same way and keep damaging the connections you actually want to preserve. So why do relationships trigger us so much? Relationships are a trigger playground because they mirror all the old stuff we haven't healed yet. If you have anxious attachment, you might get triggered by a partner's silence, some of their distance, or subtle shifts in their tone. If you lean more avoidant, your triggers might be demands or intensity, or if someone's asking too much from you too fast. Or if you lean more disorganized with your attachment, it can be both. You crave closeness and feel triggered when it's not there, and you also panic when it gets too close. Let's talk about what you do when you're triggered, because this is where real change happens. I'm going to give you 4 ways to work with a trigger. The first way I call name it to tame it. Say to yourself, I'm triggered right now. That one sentence shifts you from reaction to awareness, and awareness gives you a sliver of choice in changing how you respond. The next tip is work to regulate your nervous system. It's not just about mindset, it's about creating a felt sense of safety in the body. So try this. Place a hand on your chest and a hand on your belly. Press down with just enough firmness that you can feel the pressure of your hands against your body. Not so much that it hurts. Now feel into the safety that comes from putting that pressure on your chest and on your belly. The next way to regulate yourself is to ground yourself through your feet into the ground. You can feel the bottoms of your feet into your shoes, into the ground, and then the earth below. You can feel your hands on your thighs. You can feel where the chair or the couch connects with your body. Those are all ways to ground yourself in the present moment. Another way to regulate your nervous system when you feel triggered is to look around the room and connect with your senses. Name a few things you see, like, I see the lamp, I see the desk, I see the air purifier, I see the piano. Connect with what you're seeing in the moment. You can also expand your hearing. Allow your hearing to go out into the environment and name what you hear. I hear the traffic. I hear the fan. I hear the birds chirping outside. Check in with things you can touch and bring your awareness to them. You can even touch your own hands and notice slowly what it feels like to touch your own hands. You're not trying to be perfectly calm here, but you are trying to come back to the present moment, because that's where you're going to be able to feel connected to yourself and connected to the person that you're with. Another way to manage a trigger is to pause and ask yourself, who's speaking right now? Is it your 10-year-old self just desperate to be heard? Or is it your adult self speaking that really wants connection and can show up for it? Then, even if it's difficult, try to speak from the adult. And finally, secure functioning relationships thrive on shared regulation. This means you're not doing it all on your own. If your partner is available, try saying, hey, I'm getting activated. Can we take a pause and come back to this later? Or, I'm noticing a trigger coming up with me. Can we just sit together for a moment until it passes? Inviting your partner into your triggered state is a sign of collaboration, which is super helpful in building secure, functioning relationships. Look, triggers don't go away overnight, but you can rewire your responses over time. You can learn to pause instead of pounce, soften instead of shut down, and reflect instead of react. So the next time you feel that wave rising, the shutdown, the blame, the urge to snap, take a breath, name what's happening, and ask yourself, can I choose connection instead of protection right now? You don't have to get it right every time. You just have to practice. What's one situation that tends to trigger you the most in relationships? Drop it in the comments and let's talk about it. And if you want more tools to help you navigate triggers, heal your attachment system, and build secure love, hit that subscribe button and watch all of my Start Here playlist. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next one.